Well, hello. So today I'm going to do part two of my rules of engagement video. And part one was the guys version of that video. And in that video, I talked about how guys can engage in arguments with girls and giving them pointers on how to do it. And if you want to check out that video, well, you can just check it out right here. This is corny, right? Like the pose is corny. It it was. I mean, I should have just kept the link up there and just put it up there and just left it there. But you know, it was organic. I lost myself in the music in the moment, but there was no music. Anyway, back on track. Okay, so part two of the video is the girls' version, and in that video, in this video, I'm going to talk about how girls can engage in arguments with guys. So, ladies, if you follow these instructions, it won't help you win the argument per se, but it will definitely help the argument from going down a road you don't want it to. So the first thing you want to do is it's about making your point in the argument or explaining your side of things. And the way to do that, you have to, how can I say this? When you make, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use an analogy and then pause for dramatic effect because I rarely get to do that. So, ladies, take this journey with me. When you're explaining your side of the story, don't do it as if you're doing a status update on Facebook. Don't do it as if you're posting comments on Instagram. Or don't do it as if you're posting comments on YouTube. When you're explaining your side of the story, do it like you're posting on Twitter. For those of you who don't get that, it's probably because you don't understand the difference between status post on Facebook and Twitter. And that also probably means that you know the words to at least 3 Fleetwood Mac songs, and you were probably like 10 when the Rumors album came out. I'm just saying. But what that essentially means is keep it short. The fewer words, the better. Because as men, if I understand the point of your 20-minute speech in the first sentence, I'm not going to listen to the rest. There's no need to. So, knowing that, ladies, don't waste your breath. If you can sum it up in one sentence, do that. It's better for you anyway. And then also number two, focus on the style of how you say stuff. Because a lot of times we focus on how you're saying the information more than we do in what you're saying. So, and I know that's not fair. I mean, first of all, y'all do that too, but I think we put more of an emphasis on how you're saying it versus what you're saying it. Well, not all the time, because sometimes y'all come back with that. It's the way you said it. So, but for you all to help the argument from staying on the right path, focus more on what you're saying versus how you're saying it. And if you can do it in the fewest words possible, the better. And number three. This one has everything to do with the timing of the argument. When you want to present the argument, do it at a time where it's really convenient for the both of you and not just you. So if we're watching a game, that's not the best time. If we're playing a video game, that is not the best time, ladies. I don't care what game it is. Yes, there's a pause button, but you don't understand, okay? If it's an RPG and I'm at the boss fight, or I've been lost for the past 3 hours and I finally found where I need to go in the game, there ain't no pausing about to happen, okay? You understand that? If I'm in Grand Theft Auto and I'm racing down the goddamn street and there are 5 stars and there's 50 police cars behind me and I just ran over a kid and 2 hookers, I ain't pausing that game. You gotta understand. And then sometimes, ladies, you can't just pause the game. You gotta go to a checkpoint to save the day. You get it. So so please find the right time. Actually, probably the best time I think is when you both are eating something. That's the best time. Not Chipotle, because that usually means you're about to go to sleep, or it'll put you to sleep. But usually when you guys are eating, that's the best time to bring it up, because you're sitting there eating, he's sitting there eating. Y'all ain't going nowhere till y'all finish them ribs. So that'll be the best time to do it. The absolute worst time, ladies, is when you're lying in bed. For y'all, it's no big thing. But do not try to start a conversation with a guy, a serious conversation, when you're lying in bed. That is the worst time to do it. Especially if he's trying to have sex or y'all are in the middle of it. Oh my God. If you stop in the middle of sex to talk about something serious, I mean, it's cruel. It's inhumane. People should be contacted and you should be held accountable for your actions. It should be a human rights violation. I feel like we should contact the Geneva Convention to see if we can amend it, because stopping sex in the middle of sex to talk about something serious should be considered a war crime. I'm just saying. So, and the last point, ladies, is don't just come into the argument swinging. Don't just come in or if you could, don't just come into the argument swinging. You know, ease into it. You know, a good way to do it is to start off with something positive about us. Sit down and say, you know what? You're a good dude. You do this. You look out. I know you really ain't trying to, it's not your intention to do this, and then ease into it. And if you do the combination of that with the right time and ease in with something short, sweet, and to the point, that conversation will go so smooth. So that's it, ladies. And I know that a lot of what I'm saying isn't fair, because I'm asking you to do stuff that I'm not necessarily requiring the guy to do. But to quote a famous lady, real women know about sacrifice. Hey, precious, you had the baby? That's just, but the point of it, lady, can I hold it? The whole point, ladies, is, follow these instructions, and it won't help you. Like I said, it won't help you win the argument, which, by the way, should not be the point. You should not be going into an argument with the sole purpose of winning the argument. You should be going into the goddamn conversation just to reach a resolution between the two of you. It's not about who wins or loses. But some of y'all probably sitting at your computer or at your phone or at your iPad, like, fuck that. I'm here to win. I came to win. I came to conquer. Anyway, ladies, I hope that helped out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.